folks. We have a little bit of an issue this morning. I got up, started loading the Suburban, and the little idiot light, that's what we call them, was flashing, battery. So I got out, I checked it, I took the battery cable off, it died. So that means the alternator's going bad in it. Thank goodness. We have backups for our backups around here. The red truck, we brought it back home, and I bought her a Jeep. She's real happy with that. But we have the red truck. It's got two really bad tires on it, and it's still missing. I think the valves flowed out on it. I'm really hoping to get to 500,000 miles on it. I don't know if it will or not. It's like it's 473 or something like that, but I run it in on E. Actually, the low fuel light came on, so I've got to put some fuel in it. Just so happens I got some, and it's our backup. We could drive the yellow truck. I've been driving it. The clutch is still kind of touchy in it, but I don't know, sometimes it does really good, sometimes it has trouble going in gear. So anyway, I'm gonna put some fuel in this, get it started, get it pulled down there, transfer everything from the Suburban over to this, and we're gonna take it today. We'll just have to go slow and easy with it. Hopefully it takes and gets us there and back. This truck right here literally runs on prayers. I pray every time we leave that it gets us back home, and thus far it has. So here we go. Whew. Not the way I want to start the morning. Still got to feed the animals, got to get everything transferred over here, and we got to get to town. And somewhere in there I got to eat some breakfast. I got the red truck over there heating up. It's kind of a cold-natured beast. It's got a lifter that sits there and tacks until it gets warmed up, and then pull it off. I got tires for the Nissan. Picked these up the other day. Really smoking deal. Got the wheels and tires. These wheels are Jeep wheels. The wheels that Anna has on her Jeep right now are aluminum. She wants to do some off-roading type stuff, so she's going to have a set of wheels that she can do that with now, because I bought these. These are 15-inch steel wheels. She has some, I think they're 31 by 950s on her Jeep. So she's going to be able to use these if she wants to go off-roading. She can probably get her another set of tires and throw on here for off-roading. And these are super nice Goodyears. Like I say, I got a smoking deal on them. They've got quite a bit of tread. I'm trying to keep them in the shade. I will, as soon as I get a chance, trade these out on this truck. I'll be putting them on these wheels. Here, as you can see, these are Goodyear Wranglers, just like what I got here. And get them on here, get them on this truck, and really that's about it. I got a new battery for it the other day. Well, this thing will be rolling. Then all I have to worry about is getting the interior. The interior is a mess. Get it straightened out, wash it out, get it on the road, at least get to driving it around here, and and seeing what it needs and everything. But it runs really good. Just got a really good deal on these tires though. Couldn't pass it up. Called a guy, old Facebook Marketplace. You gotta love it. You never know what you're gonna find on there, and you never know what somebody's gonna have. So seen him on there, called the guy. I really liked the way he did it. I messaged him. He messaged right back, where can we meet? We met up. 30 minutes later, I had these tires. There was no back and forth and goolly-gagging and whatever else. Got the tires good to go. So can't wait to get this little truck. It's gonna be a fun little truck to drive. Can't wait to get it on the road and get it out here and using it. So hopefully might even put a paint job on it, who knows. Anyway, I got to get everything traded out. Of course, I got a camera out, so the wind's blowing. we got to get rolling. We got a whole day ahead of us. And we have Bible study tonight and a graduation tomorrow and a lot in between. So come along with us. Morning, folks. I got a lot to do this morning. I did have a horsemanship lesson this morning, but they canceled. They had something come up, and that's where you got to be. You got to be fluid. You got to have a backup plan. And this morning, I've got to change the alternator on the Suburban. I've got to go take and cover up some concrete where we did a base of a barbecue grill, and then we've got a graduation to go to. So I've got to get this alternator changed. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I think I did. Alternator went out on this truck yesterday morning after I started it. Weird deal. Picked up one yesterday. We did start a little electric fence job, just a little old job around a chicken coop, pretty good sized chicken pen. This guy raises chickens, so he's got like an acre and a quarter of chicken pens. So we're putting electric top and bottom. I'll show that to you later in the week, but right now I got to get to work on this truck, and hopefully it's not too big of a job. That'll work. Okay. So one of the things I do when I'm changing out belts or I'm changing out like alternator, I used the wrench to, of course, disengage the tensioner, but then I pulled all the slack back and put a clip on it. So all I have to do when I put the new alternator on, I don't have to re-thread my belt on all the pulleys. Thank God for pulley diagrams, but this right here, I just put a clip on it. It tightens the belt up and makes it really easy to reinstall your belt. It doesn't come off of anything. So now I have to switch this puppy out. Old alternator, new alternator. Same alternator, Delphi. This is a Delphi. This here's worth $25 when you go in and buy any alternator. They take and they charge you a core fee. So if I take this one back, oh, that's not good. All right, guys, got the new alternator on there. Got everything back together. This Suburban does use a little bit of oil, but it's a really nice vehicle. How I knew the alternator was going bad, yesterday, I don't know if you can see the volts. This one's turning right here. See if I can zoom in here for you. Probably not. Probably won't be able to see it. Anyway, it reads 9, 14, and 19. Well, this was down here when I started it way down below 14. That's 14 volts. And the idiot light, that's what we call them. This one right here says cargo door jar, was flashing the battery. Apologize for all the shoddy camera work there. But got the new one on there. It's running good. Now I've got to go cover up that grill. What we did, we dug out, set a grill in the ground. It had a platform on it, and then we poured concrete. It's below grade, so I'm just gonna grade it a little bit, finish up the job before we take and head out. So in the meantime, I've got to go unload the truck. We stopped at a friend's house last night to have Bible study, and they were gonna have a yard sale, and they had a bunch of stuff that we grabbed real quick that we thought we could use here on the homestead. Kind of help them out and get a jump start on their yard sale. But we got some stuff. Anna got some stuff, and got to go unload that, and then I've got to run, get the animals fed, and pack up. We're going for an overnight, so I've got to prep everything down here so that everything has enough, so that tonight they're okay, and they won't get hungry on us. Make sure they have everything they need. And then we got graduation. It's kind of a little vacation for us because we get a day off, get to stay in a motel, get to eat out, visit with friends and family, and just have a time where we're not running and working and stuff like that. So gonna get to it. This is what any one of our vehicles looks like when we go to town. We got all these buckets. They're actually planters. They have holes in the bottom of them. Picked up a few tools, stuff from that yard sale. Got some more buckets. Those are really nice buckets. They've been inside. They're not all weather, sun dried out. Got feed. I got to get this feed unloaded. I'm gonna put this stuff in the storage camper and get these animals fed. We lost Delphine last night. It looked like she just died, probably from old age. She was a lizard. They're pretty old, and probably just took him past old age. You never know with some chickens. We've lost a few that were pretty old, but they're kind of my pets out here running around. They're real gentle. They're not scared of you. So now all I have is Ophelia. So that being said, I better take and get to work. So I'm up here. I had to come up here and touch this up a little bit, trim it up. We built this little deck for the landowner. They get this Connex. We built this deck for them back earlier. Could not find this color of Trex. He said go ahead with this one, so that's what we did. It's one of those things you don't ever know when you buy stuff these days whether you're going to be able to go back and find it again. But he said this color was fine. He said it'd probably fade anyway. So this is so he can come out in the mornings and not just step right into all this blow sand. He had some of these placemat or I guess stepping stones. Had them out there in front, and the wind would actually blow the sand out underneath of them. So built this little 8x8 deck. Nice little old deck. I had to just trim it up. I ran out of batteries the other day, and I need to bury this grill base. We put this grill up here, dug a form in the dirt. So now I'm just going to take this leftover sand, I'm just going to fill it in around there, but you can still turn it. Just little things that we do for folks, you know, try to help these folks out and get some things done for them. So I'm gonna bury that, and then I'm gonna get back to the house, and we're gonna hit the road. I was on my way back, and a buddy of mine, he hollered at me, and he had these mats. There's 3 of them. One's a little different than the other one. He said he wasn't going to use them. He actually bought them for his goats to get up out of the sand, but the sand just blew over them. So one of these probably go in a horse trailer, and the other 2 maybe we'll make a place to trim horses with down there. Probably need to get some gravel, build up with some railroad ties or something, make a little stanchion. Be a good place to trim horses on. It's really hard sometimes to see what you're doing when you're in sand. So another little old deal there that God blessed us with. Hey folks, I am in Flowing Water, New Mexico today. Right back over this way is the hogback. If you remember some of our earlier videos when we were staying in a RV park, I was doing the maintenance RV park. It's on the other side of that hogback, and I'm out here today. This will be the 2nd time I trim these horses. These folks rescued these horses. They were in a pretty bad way. They were locked up. They about starved to death. 2 of them have really come around. The other one is still in kind of bad shape, and they're working through that. So I'm going to catch some of them, and we're going to trim their feet for the 2nd time. So take and see what we can't get done with them. Their feet were in really bad shape before, and we'll see what kind of progress we can make. Alrighty folks, sorry about this shoddy camera work here. I was trying to hold the horse and video at the same time, and the wind was blowing. This is the before picture here of this mare's feet. We did trim these horses about 6 weeks ago, and here's the after I trimmed them. Their feet were so thin and they were so sore that it was really hard to take and trim these horses up. And sometimes you just got to take what you can take, and then let them grow out a little bit and take a little bit more. But their feet were so thin, and these folks were riding these horses, and you can see the ground's pretty rocky. I didn't want the horses to be that much more sore, but you can see how much I took off of these horses. They were in really bad shape. They were almost turned up, that they had grown so long. These horses had been neglected. These folks rescued them, like I said before, and they're doing really good things with them, keeping them on a regular schedule now. Here's the 2nd horse, and she's got some bowed tendons. She is breaking over kind of weird because of it. I already trimmed the left front, and you can see she's just kind of sore standing there on that foot because her foot is so thin. and they get stone bruised really easy. So she's kind of sore. She's quite the pistol. She gave me quite a hard time when I was trimming her, and I did the best I could with her. But you can see how dished out her foot is and how thin it is. Just trying to get them stood up to where we can get some sole depth and get that foot back to where it's supposed to be. You can see the difference. I started out with the left foot about where this one's at. You can see how much I took off the left front there. And these horses, anytime you get a rescue horse, you never know what you're going to get. And like I say, these folks are taking some really good steps. They got them on some good feed. They got them on some protein tubs and a regular trimming schedule. I think we get these horses stood back up and get them to where they're supposed to be. This mare right here, she's a really nice old mare. She just got some old injuries. And a lot of these bow tendons and stuff is from just their feet being too long and them running around. And here's the after. If you can tell the difference. Again, sorry about the camera work. The wind was blowing horrifically, and it was hard to video. But her feet's in a whole lot better shape than they were before we started. And every time we just get them a little bit better and a little bit better. They're definitely in a better place than they were where they rescued them from, that's for sure. These horses were shut up in a corral, about starved to death, and their feet were really long. So, sad situation horses get into, but these folks are really doing a good thing here with these horses, giving them a new lease on life. This mare here, their grandkids ride it. Here's those 3 horses. They're all coming along really good. They're gaining weight, and I think they're on the road to recovery. We got a generator running, so it's pretty loud. Miss Donna rode her horse again today. She did really good. She got up to a trot, teaching her a little bit of equitation, but she did really good. The horse did really good. I've rode him. Pretty nice little horse. Fred's over here welding some pieces for me. These are insulator lags for a electric fence. These insulators go in here, rollers, and we're making some attachments to go on steel posts. Well, I'm not making them, Fred is. Fred's got his welder out here and his cutter. Oh, he's gonna touch it. But he's making these. I'll put these on a pipe. I can adjust them however I want to, run some self-tappers in there, and then have an electric wire at the bottom. Of course, they'll go on smaller posts, but I can adjust it wherever I need to, run some self-tappers in there. Got some chain link insulators. I'm fixing to get Fred's little mare out, do some more line driving with her. Seems like it's either the wind blowing or it's all awful noisy when I'm videoing, but we'll get her out and work her, and while Fred finishes those up, he's got about 12 more to make. It's nice to have craftsmen, workmen that you know that can take and do stuff for you. Fred's got a welder, and I haven't been able to buy one yet. He's got one, got a generator that'll run it. So yeah, you take care of people like that because they take care of you. Alrighty, folks, it is Sunday. You know what that means. End of another week, fixing to start a new week. We went yesterday and picked up some material. I've got some conduit here in the Suburban. We went to a yard sale and picked up a few items. I picked up this set of hole punchers. It's an older one. Picked up a set of pipe cutters for little small, says up to 1.25 inches. And I picked up this neat little old drill. It's made in Japan, but it's a neat little old drill to take and do little stuff with. So I got that. And Miss Polly got this brand new oyster cooker for I think it was $10. Got some scrap here for the dogs. I'm gonna unload some feed that we picked up yesterday. We did work yesterday, but it was so windy I didn't video any of it. It's a windy time of year right now. As you can see, our Suburban is full. I got this conduit to finish my solar project for the workshop. I'm putting a freezer in there, so I'm gonna put this stuff in the van. I'm gonna load up the dog food, and then probably not going to do much today. I'm gonna call it right there for the week. We got a couple steaks, we got some green beans and some Brussels sprouts we're gonna have for dinner, and I think we're just gonna chill today. Get this truck unloaded, and probably all I'm gonna do today. That being said, remember, if you don't know which way to go in this old world, it's getting crazy. Commit your ways unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He'll bring it to pass. We'll see you later.